which is why we want people to be very mindful of what they give their energy to, what they give their time to, and what they give their money to. Now, this is not an attempt to tell nobody how to live their life, but more so a point for people to arrive at so that they can take some time out to do some self-evaluating and to take some time back, to step back from what they consider as reality, to put their perception to the side and to see everything in the world for exactly what it is without placing any judgment. When you do that, you realize that there are things that resonate with you and there are things that don't. There are things that you would like to join and be a part of, and there are things that you are not interested in at all. Basically, there are things that are for you and there are things that are not for you. So even though we're supposed to vibrate in this energy and vibration of love and be on the frequency of serving one another, that don't mean we have to engage with everybody. Everybody is not for everybody, even though everybody is everybody, if that makes sense to you. You can't go outside of yourself when dealing with other people, because we reflect one another, whether it's good or bad, right or wrong. Just because you don't tap into that energy don't mean that it's not a part of you. You just made the conscious choice to not engage in certain activities. You made the conscious choice to tap into certain behaviors. Not because someone told you that that's how you have to be, even though we do have people who like to be told what to do, but because you feel like that's who you are. That's your body language. That's your way of expression. That's your way of living. That's your way of giving and receiving. And can't nobody take that away from you. And that is okay. But in the midst of you experiencing all this self-awareness, in the midst of you experiencing all these different experiences that make you who you are or take a little bit away from you, you start to grow and you understand that energy is all there is, just like love is all there is. Anything outside of love is only indifference. It don't make it right, it don't make it wrong. Because if you and another person are having a conversation and y'all going back to back having an argument, trying to state each other's expression, each other's experience, and each other's feelings, you start to realize that if you're on the outside looking in, neither one of those people are right. Now, depending on who's vibrating higher, they're going to automatically be right because they done surpassed a certain level of understanding, comprehending, or behaving rather. But it don't make them right to the point where they're better than the other person. They just done tapped into a higher frequency, and that person's not there. But if this person get pulled down to this person's frequency, guess what? That person is right. Because they don't allow them to channel down. You got to make people channel up. So it's like telling somebody, hey, if you're going to deal with me, you're going to have to step your game up. That's not to look down on you or take nothing away from you. But I can't go backwards and I can't stoop down because in a sense that's matching energy. So I got to attach that because I don't want to match that, because matching that takes away from my energy. It throws off my focus. It interrupts my frequency. You know how radio stations be sounding good, then you ride through certain areas, then you get static. It's the same way with frequency. So it's like while you vibrating on 107.3, I'm on 96.3. While you on 107.3, I'm on 98.1. Yeah, we playing the same song sometimes, but not all the time, not at the same time, not with the same energy, and not the same way with the same lineup. So if I tune in to 107.3, now I'm on your frequency. You get what I'm saying? So that's how it works with us when we are dealing with one another in communication or relation. So I say that to say you have the choice of what you choose to engage in, what you choose to tolerate, what you choose to accept. This don't mean walk around as an asshole, because if you walk around as an asshole, you vibrating from your lowest chakra. That's right there by your anus, which is why we call people that vibrate that low assholes. So that if that's what you want to be, then that's what you will be when you tapping in from the vibration of the ego. We talking about staying in the love vibration, but also having self-awareness to the point where you don't give your power to people recklessly or carelessly. That's what we're speaking on. So you be like, if you got to do all that, trying to convince yourself, it ain't for you. You should be sharp, aware, and ready and steady to be like, no, I'm straight. Oh, hell nah, y'all can go do that. oh shit, I'm with that, count me in, you feel me? It hit. You shouldn't have to force yourself to do something, and you shouldn't have to prevent yourself to do something. Your higher self knows what it want to do. So do you. So match the two and be you, and be true to you while being true to others too, to a certain extent, based on who they done showed you that they are, because people change every day. So you got to always put your energy and your feelings first, not to be selfish, but to be selfless to a certain extent, because you are self-aware to the point where you ain't got to watch you all the time, but we consciously and constantly got to watch other people, because no matter how we choose to deal with people, relationship, friendship, partnership, fellowship, we always taking a risk, because you don't never really know or truly know how people really feel about you, because people wear masks all the time. People are growing, changing, and evolving all the time, and people are allowing experience to tamper with their energy. So if you're a person that's sacred with yours, you got to be real mindful and real careful who you give your energy and your time to. And that's real, because you don't want your pureness to become tainted because you're eager to have company, or you're desperate to have someone showing you love or giving you attention, when you can do all of that for yourself. Like, it's really that simple. So be careful, be mindful, and protect your energy, because these days you really, really have to.